Hey guys, Novaexplosion. Welcome back to more Shadow Hearts from the New World. It's been like a week. Like, it's been at least 1 week since I recorded the last like 2 to 3 videos. But my backlog on YouTube is so behind because I didn't upload this playthrough until it was like near the end. So it doesn't matter, but we should have a couple of cutscenes coming up. We fought Tamaris, which was a really rough fight. I'm actually shocked I won. I'm still pretty shocked. I loaded the game up and I was like, oh, what happened again on Shadow Hearts? And I'm like, oh, right. We just barely made it out of that boss fight alive. But let's see whatever cutscenes commence after this.
Huh?
Oh, that's a nice photo. Master and his father. And Miss Grace as well.
My sister is... Lady?
Plot twist! that was so anticlimactic! So everybody believes the opponent they fought was Miss Grace. Yeah, she's grown since that photo was taken, but there's no mistaking her. So that's why the kid looked like he did when he transformed at the tower. Well, now that you mention it, we were unable to find Miss Grace's body after the accident, but that doesn't mean... Johnny. You still don't know for sure that was my sister, right? That's right, let's go and see Roger. That day, he and my father were in the basement together. Roger will tell us the truth. Let's do as the boy wishes.
That damn Uyuni's power has been released! Now the gate will eventually disappear. What's that? So glad to see you survived! My, you are a terrible mess. Gilbert, you. Tell me everything you know, and don't leave anything out. It seems I can't keep secrets from you. I'll tell you everything. But first, would you mind letting go of me, please?
I'm moving around again. I'm actually looking for a side quest list because I believe once we go to the gate, everything opens up, and that's what I want. Alright, here we go. Side quests. Because if we have some time, I don't wanna do the final dungeon until like the very end. Or like at least until we do more of the quest. Yeah, Arkham Pit fights. Yeah, those are being done off screen. Alright, side quest, cool. For now, we got some other things we can do really quickly, and I think we're just gonna do them. We want to enter the gate, and I think once you enter the gate and leave, I think that's when everything opens up. Oh, whoops. Okay, yeah, sometimes PCSX2 does that. Save right here. I think in Covenant it works like that too. You enter the final dungeon and you get access to everything. So before we just get on with side quests, there's something in Roswell for us? Roswell Hotel. Oh, it's coming. I'm gonna have to do a lot of snap pictures off screen very soon. Because I wanna get all the snap cards in the game, even though it's kind of daunting. Hilda, and everyone else too. The repairs are going to take a while longer, so please. It's been a while, Roger. Huh? Oh, Lenny, is that you? This is unbelievable. You know each other? Yes, except we were enemies back then. Yes, back then he suddenly kidnapped me and tortured me with various... Please do not talk of such things in front of my master. Lenny. Oh, I'm sorry, master. I didn't come here today just to reminisce with Roger. You have something important to discuss? Could it possibly have something to do with the strange occurrences in South America? You were in our basement 3 years ago with my dad and Marlowe, weren't you? Johnny, you remember? In my dream, you were all doing some kind of ceremony, and then Lady appeared, and Dad was... Are your missing memories returning, or could it be... What I'm about to tell you is something that you may not want to know or hear. Do you want me to continue? Heck yeah. Okay, then I will tell you everything. It's a bit of a long story, but... Johnny, how old will you be this year? How old? I'm 16, but... No, you were born in 1908, so you'll actually be 21 years old. Isn't that right, Lenny? This is actually a really cool twist. That's correct. From when he was 13, Master spent 5 years almost entirely in the hospital. Your father was worried that knowing this would create hardship for you and ordered me not to speak of it. Does that have some sort of connection? 3 years ago, your father, Graham, and Marlowe performed a ritual called the Ceremony of Emigre? Until then, nobody had ever succeeded in the forbidden art of resurrecting the dead. Roger, you can't be saying... Yes, it's the truth. Johnny, you and your sister Grace died 8 years ago. Johnny's an unsent? It can't be. Think there's voice acting here?
Graham was devastated. He had lost 2 children and sought desperately for a way that could finally bring them back to life. It was Marlowe who actually told Graham everything about the ritual. Marlowe was working hard, trying to make a name for himself as a black magician. It was he who told Graham about Emigre, that the forbidden ritual contained within it the power to bring his children back to him. Together, the 2 of them spent a long 5 years researching and experimenting. Upon the children's death, it was kept a secret, a complete secret from everyone. Those 2 managed to steal the Emigre manuscript that I had carefully hidden away. And with that reference at their disposal, they performed the ritual. Finally, I realized what happened. But by the time I actually went to your basement, they had just finished performing the ceremony.
I love how it all ties in with the Shadow Hearts games and how they're like one canon. From the New World actually has a couple of cool tie-ins with Shadow Hearts 1 and Covenant. It is more separate, definitely. Like, you don't need to play Shadow Hearts 1 and Covenant before From the New World, but there are some nice nods you get from the previous games if you play this one. There are some cool tie-ins. So that's what I saw in my dream. Surprisingly, they were nearing success. Never before had anyone successfully performed the ceremony of Emigre. As a magician and as a scientist, I couldn't resist my desire to see the moment of its completion. If only I'd stopped them, the tragedy that occurred could have been avoided. That's what I've come to ask you about. Tell me what you know. Before that, let me tell you why Graham succeeded where all others before him have failed. Graham succeeded. He succeeded due to the sheer amount of malice contained within the mansion. Malice? Why was there malice involved? Malice is the crystallization of humanity's evil intent, and thus is detestable by its very nature. However, malice is needed to form the deceased's body during the ceremony of Emigre. Past magicians have relied solely upon the deceased's desire to come back, in short, the power of the blue light. The result, the deceased would come back with no body or even transform into a monster and devour the magicians. Graham and Marlowe had accumulated a lot of animal and even human remains in the mansion due to their experiments. The malice coming from these remains combined with the high level of malice left in the world by the recent war. It was the power of that malice, Johnny, that brought you back to life. Hold on, the ceremony was a success, right? So how come my father died? And what happened to my sister? Rather than me explaining, I think you should see it with your own eyes. I need to prepare, so let's meet later in the basement of the Garland residence. We'll continue this there. Yeah, this is the last part of the story before the final dungeon, because the final dungeon is very soon. The gate is the final dungeon. They do thrust a lot of information at us in this part of the game. A whole lot of exposition. Numbers are gone, right? Okay, perfect. So it should be easy to get to where the... I think we have to go back to where the boss was? Yeah, it's like very easy. Hey, Roger. Why'd we have to come all the way here? I just want to hear what happens. Now, using my magic, I'm gonna show everyone the memories left in this room of the events of that day. You can do that? Yes, I can't do it for a long duration, but seeing just before and after the ritual should be enough. Let's begin.
No! You must continue the spell! The souls, they are not yet fully in place!
Grace.
Johnny. No, you can't.
Oh, Grace, sweetheart. What's wrong? It's me. Don't you recognize me? Wait! Please wait! It's me!
That means Lady was...
That's right. Back in the past, Lady was your sister. But don't believe for a second that Lady and Grace are the exact same being. It's Malice that is responsible for giving form to the dead. But it's Will, the blue light, which constructs both the dead's mind and its memory. The truth is, Grace gave away to her brother all of the will that was poured into her.
So basically you're saying that she has no memories. She's a completely different person?
Yes, it's true. A totally different being. Better to think of her as a separate life form.
But then that means that it's my fault my sister became Lady in the first place.
So should I not kill her? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm not. But still, even if we just left her alone, the gate won't open anyway then. Isn't that right?
Perhaps. And perhaps not.
I do really like this little story moment here.
So that brat is Lady's little brother?
More precisely, he is the brother of the original owner of her body. Lady has none of the original personality of that person.
Yeah, she's literally a blank slate.
Memories either.
Literally a blank slate.
So all of that talk of a human lady if the gate opens, a lie?
The thing is, I'm very sorry. I admitted something that I made up on the spot. Please accept my humble apologies. get the wrong idea. I know that I deceived you, and I admit that. But please make no mistake. It is Lady's will to want that gate open.
Lady's will?
Or more correctly, her instinct wants the gate open. She is, after all, a creature of malice. Maybe all she wants is to return to her own world.
That's ridiculous. The gate still won't open either way, right? It's too late.
Wait! Don't give up yet. There still might be a chance, you know? Now, I don't want to sound too presumptuous, but it has been quite a long while since the blue light was released, and the gate has yet to disappear. In fact, through Lady, malice is beginning to gather directly above the gate. I've read the reason is it's because of the large amount of malice in the world, and it's in epic proportions.
Get to the point. What are you getting at?
As long as Lady stays here, the gate has to eventually open, don't you see?